Okay, so we're going to use our TheraBand. So we'll all stand to start with. Okay. So I'm just holding my band in my hands. My hands are turned up. My elbows are at a 90-degree angle. Shoulders tucked back and down. And I just open out through the hands and release. Okay. I squeeze the tummy as I'm opening. So I don't want to be sticking my head forward. I want to stay nice and solid and tall, and I'm trying to get the band to hit my belly button, or where your belly button used to be, depending on where you're at, right? So we're aiming for our belly button. That was a joke. No dodgy emails, please. So give me another 5 of these. Keep that tummy tight. So you should feel the shoulder blades pinching at the back as you do these. 2 and 1. Good stuff. From here, I bend my elbows. So now the band is at my chest height and I open out and in. So again, you should feel it between the shoulder blades, but it's a slightly different level that it's hitting. Good stuff. So squeeze that tummy. Don't stick the head through. I'm going to do 3 more. And 1 more. Excellent work. I'm going to just turn my hands over on the band and bring my arms up to shoulder height. Tighten up through the tummy. Just stretch out wide with the hands. And you can make the band as tight as you want. Breathing in, squeeze and open and release. Alrighty. Keep those shoulders tucked back and down. They don't want to be up around your ears. I'm going to do 5 more. 4 more. 3. 2. And my last one. Excellent stuff. And have a little shake out. So we'll do diagonals now, okay? So we start with the bands again, or the arms at shoulder height, and we're going to open up diagonally. So one arm up, one arm down. Now when you're here, you want to make sure the top arm and the bottom arm are in line with your shoulder blades. Back into the center, and then switch. Okay? I'm not leaning into it. I'm staying tall through my body. And I'm just opening out through the arms, but make sure you bring that top arm back. Everyone forgets to bring the top arm back. 1 or 2 more to each side. Keep that tummy tight as you open. Excellent stuff. You can shake that out. Let's put the band around your back. So I have it down around just about the base of my shoulder blades. I'm holding on to each end and I'm going to do a nice little hug. So I bring my arms out and around, bring them forward, and I wrap my my shoulder blades around my rib cage. Okay, so I'll show you from the side. Stay tall, bring those shoulder blades forward and back in. Squeeze through the tummy, stay nice and tight, stay nice and tall. Press through. Good stuff. So do a couple more of them for me. Watch that posture now, make sure it's nice and tall. Okay, excellent work. Now we're going to do some punches. So I'm going to pin my left hand to my chest, got my band in my right hand, and I'm just going to drive straight forward with the arm. And again, I want that arm to wrap around the rib cage, push forward through. And we'll do 6 or 7 on each side, okay? So whatever you feel up to. And just make sure you finish with that forward little press through that shoulder blade now. Excellent. Then we're going to swap and change. Same thing, pin the right arm to the chest and punch with the left. And get that last few centimeters out of that shoulder. Drive it through. Good stuff. I'm going to do 3 more. 2 more. And 1 more. Excellent job. Lovely. Okay, so we're going to kneel down onto our right knee, and I'm going to kneel onto the band on my right knee. Left foot forward. So I'm up nice and tall. So I'm holding the band in my right hand, locked down through my right side of my body. Try and bring your left foot in as tight to the midline as you can without falling over. Breathe in and press the band over the head. Okay, so drive down through to push up. Squeeze and press. Excellent work. And again, you can just tighten that band, loosen that band as much as you need for any of these exercises now, right? And do 2 more. And 1 more. Lovely stuff. Now, I've put the band into my left hand. So I'm going to do another diagonal, straight out and down, okay? So it's like you're taking a sword out, holding it over your head. Again, we want to keep that left leg, bring it in as close to the midline as you can, make that wobble a little bit. Get your balance, challenge your balance even. 2 more. Excellent stuff. 1 more. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, swap knees. Lovely. So again, I'm on my left knee now. Band is still in my left hand. Bring that right foot in a little bit. Get it in a nice straight line. From here, press over that head. Try and think about driving through your kind of lower abs, left side abs. Good stuff. Keep it tight now. And again, adjust that band as much as you need or want. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent stuff. So we're going to stay kneeling, and we're going to go on 2 knees into a high knee, high kneeling. So biceps curls. All right. So I'm holding the band so it's coming through my hands like I'm holding a microphone. From here, I'm just going to biceps curl up and down. Okay. You want to stay nice and straight and tall. Do not bring the elbows up. Everybody does that. Keep those elbows by your side. Just bring your fists to your shoulders. Good stuff. And again, adjust the band as much as you need. You can widen the band. Sorry, widen your knees to tighten the band. So 5. Pull from your tummy. 4. 3. 2 and 1. Excellent stuff. Now we're going to do some single arm versions. So from here, just the right arm, then the left arm. Okay, so we'll do 5 on each. So sometimes if you have a bit of a strength deficit and you're doing 2 arms at the same time, 1 arm will be picking up some of the slack and you won't notice the difference. Do single arm stuff and it'll highlight it a bit better. 1 more in each. Perfect. Okay, now I'm going to turn to the side to show you the next one. So I'm still kneeling, but I'm going to sit back into my hunkers. I'm going to keep my arms by my side and I'm just going to straighten them behind me. And then bend the elbows. So this should be hitting your triceps, okay? So sitting back, straighten at the elbows, bend at the elbows. Straighten at the elbows, bend at the elbows, okay? Got it? Hopefully. Head up, chest back, shoulders back, chest up, head up. You know what I mean. Keep that core tight. 5. So you want to really feel this in those triceps when those arms are straight behind you. 3. At 2. And 1. Brilliant. That's the warm-up done. Okay, so I'm gonna sit with my legs forward. I've got my band around my feet, but then I'm gonna switch it into the opposite hands. So this is a bit of a reformer one, you might recognize it, although we've all forgotten what they're like. So up nice and tall. I'm gonna do a high elbow row. So I draw my elbows high against the band, keep the tummy tight, and then release through, okay? Stay tall, pinch at the back, come through, got it? So I've got the band around my feet, I've crossed the bands to the other hands, if you want to, and off we go. Well, you'll need to do it for the next one actually, sorry. Well, maybe you won't, it's all right. I'm waffling now. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent stuff. So this time we're just going to do single arm version of that, okay? So I'm just going to pull around my left elbow, look over my left shoulder. Bring that back through, pull around my right arm, look over my right shoulder. Got that? So you may remember these from reformers. So we're just making sure we're getting the back of those shoulders. So at this stage we've done front, back, sides, upper shoulders. So I'm going to do 2 more to each side. Look where you're driving, I want you to twist through. 2 more. And then 1 more. Excellent work, brilliant job. Okay, so you can leave the band down for the moment. We'll come back to that, don't worry. So we're just going to lie down flat on our backs. Let me walk that out of the way. Okay, so feet flat on the floor, knees bent up. We're going to roll the pelvis back, peel up into a nice bridge, pause and hold, and then roll back down out of that one. Okay, so nice and simple. Press through the feet and back down. Working that pelvic tilt, roll the pelvis back, peel that spine. 1 more. Perfect. So on the next one, we're all going to go up and stay up, please. Hold those hips in the air, push the feet firmly into the mat, and let's do a little leg extension and alternate left and right. Let's do 10, 5 on each leg. Try and make sure those hips aren't rocking around. I'm not dipping from one side to the other, they're staying nice and level. Good stuff. Nice smooth changeovers. Good pressure through the foot. 3, 2, 1. Super job. Down you go. Excellent. From here, I'm going to just straighten my left leg and push up through my right leg for a single leg bridge. Up and down you go. Give me about 5 or 6 or 7, whatever you feel you're comfortable doing today. Good drive through that foot though, that's the key to it. 2 more for me. And then 1 more. Excellent stuff. Switch and change. So from here I'm going to drive up through the left leg now. Again, aim for a similar number to what you just did on the other leg. I'm going to do 3 more. I think I did 6. And do 2 more. Drive through that foot. And I'm going to do 1 more. Excellent stuff. Now, I'm grabbing my band back. I'm going to drape it across my hips and I'm going to pin it down to the floor with my hands. So I'm holding it down to do some kind of a hip thruster move. So you're pinning the hips to the floor with the band, but then we're going to bridge up by driving up through the band. and back down, okay? So we're just adding a little bit more resistance. Obviously you can do this with some weights if you want, just balance them on your hips. Drive through the feet, peel up through the spine, push, push, push. Excellent stuff. Let's do 10 of these. If these are hitting you in the back a bit too much, lose the band or press firmer through the feet. Focus on the feet. And we're going to do 2 more, I think. And 1 more. Super stuff, lovely. All right, I'm just going to grab those knees, give them a little hug for myself. Okay, good. Okay, so we're just going to do a few little ab exercises now. So from here, we're going to do some dead bugs. So I've got my arms in the air, legs come up onto tabletop, head comes off the mat, which is optional. I'm just going to extend opposite arm, opposite leg away. In and out you go. Give me about 10, 5 on each side. Don't forget about that neutral pelvis, everyone, right? So we always want to be thinking about keeping that nice neutral pelvis connected, which obviously keeps your core switched on. So 3, a 2, and a 1, and a hug. Good stuff. So this is a bit tricky. So like a bit of coordination again, like on the reformer. Arms up into the air, legs into tabletop. I'm going to bring the arms around in a circle and then scoop the legs away as I come up and then take the arms and legs back in, okay? Scoop around, extend the legs away, take it back up. The arms go out, legs go out, arms come in, legs come in. 1 more. And back in. Now this time I'm going to scoop the arms the other way. So the arms will go down, legs will go out, scoop the arms around, the legs come in. Got it? Arms down, legs out, scoop it around, back in. Now if you did it the other way around, don't worry. Just do the opposite this time. And 2 more. Legs and arms, scoop it in. 1 more. Out you go. Bring it back in, and hopefully you're feeling that burning, as I know I am. All right, good stuff, good stuff. Okay, so from here, I'm going to put my right hand behind my head, left hand down by my side, and I'm just going to do a little crunch with a side bend. So I bring my head and shoulders up, and I reach my left hand to my left ankle and back down, okay? But you want to do that move at the same time, those 2 different moves, crunching and reaching to the left. Got it? Exhale, squeeze, and down. Still focused on that neutral pelvis. We don't want to lose it. Good work. 2 more. Relax that head into the hand now. You don't want to be hurting that neck or keeping that neck too tight. And 1 more. Lovely jubbly. Okay, switch sides. So I got the left arm out, right arm down by my side, crunch and reach the right hand to right ankle. Good stuff. Working through. 2 more. And 1 more for me. Excellent job, lovely. And then another little bit of an ab burner. 2 legs into tabletop, hands behind the head, rest that head into the hands, and let's crunch. But as I'm crunching, I want to extend the left leg. Now that's optional, the leg extension. Take it back in, and then crunch and extend the other leg, and back in, okay? So you can either crunch in tabletop, or crunch with extensions. Up to you. And aim for about 8 or 10. Whew. Those abs are killing me already. So we're gonna go 5, 4, 3, 2, and last little burner, 1. Excellent stuff. Stretch it out. Very nice. Okay, so from here I'm going to keep my right leg in tabletop and extend the left leg. Keep it hovered off the floor and switch. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Golly, golly, gosh. Okay, I'm grabbing my band again. I'm going to place it around my left foot. Take that left leg into tabletop. And I kind of pin the band down with my hands, relaxing my head onto the floor. It's just going to do a little leg press. Left leg out and in, like a leg extension or a toe tap or whatever. Okay, I want to make it a bit trickier. Head and shoulders off the floor. In and out you go. And again, you can make that band as tight as you want. 3, 2, and 1. Hold it long. Let's flex it up to the ceiling and down. So when we're doing these, we're trying to keep that pelvis really still. Don't let the hips roll with the leg. So again, it's kind of like lifting lowers with your legs in straps. Then you're going to take that left leg up and around, scoop it out into a leg circle. But I'm trying to keep that pelvis as level as I can. The band just adds a little bit of resistance. If you don't have a band, you can do it without it. And then let's switch that leg circle the other way. Good stuff. One more loop. Excellent work. Perfect. Now I'm going to slot the right leg in and take out the left leg. So my right leg's in tabletop. Same idea. From here, leg out and in with a little leg press. Watch the pelvis. Don't let it roll with you. Again, head up if you want to make this a little bit tougher on the abs. A bit more control needed. Do a couple more. And then on the next one, hold that there. Let's lift and lower that leg. Control what you're doing through the hips and the core. And then let's open that leg out into leg circles. Good stuff. Keep that pelvis level now. Don't let it rock and roll with the leg. And switch those circles the other way. Keep it tight. Good job. One more. Excellent. Now, tougher version. 2 legs into straps, into tabletop, into band. There you go. Talking about straps. From here, extend and in. Okay, so if this is too much pressure on the lower back, just stick to the single leg ones, alrighty? Or you can do kind of 2 legs in tabletop and alternate leg extensions. Is another variation without the band. And then from here, hold and let's lower and raise the legs. Again, as high as you want. Control through the lower back, through the abs. Just a couple of these. They're tough. Just as well you have a band. And then from here, let's do double leg circles. So the 2 feet circle around in the band. And we go 3 times in each direction. Keep everything tight. Switch. Whee. They're burning. Good stuff. One more. Excellent. And take that in. Whew. Stretch that out. We'll lose that band now for a little while. All right, good. Nice work. Okay, so I'm turning onto my left side. for some side bends, obligatory in my classes. So I'm bringing my knees back so there's a straight line with my body, elbow under shoulder. From here, I'm going to press through the elbow, side bend up and back down. Perfect. Breathing in, exhale, up and over and back down. Good job. One more, we'll do 3 of all of these. Excellent. Now, left hand where the elbow was. Up and over and back down. Good stuff. Drive through that hand now. Let that be the support arm. Excellent stuff. Now, if you don't want to do the next one, stick with a round of those, okay? So it's the full kind of side plank version. So I've got my right foot in front of my left hand way out yonder. From here, I'm going to drive down through the right foot, up into the side. Lovely. And back down. 2 more. And we're going to pivot on the last one. Come on, everyone, get up there. Well done. And back down. Now on the next one, up and hold. Now twist, send the hips to the ceiling, look in under you, then spin back around and repeat. Rinse and repeat. Back up and down. Good job. Well done if you manage them. They're tricky. And you can stretch out that left arm. All right, nice one, nice one. Let's spin. I'm back onto my right side now, onto my elbow. Get that body in a straight line if you can. Get that shoulder, that right shoulder tucked back and down, elbow under that shoulder, make sure everything's connected right through. Up and over you go. Protect those shoulders, we don't want to pinch anything. Good. 3 of these. Super stuff. Okay. Hand down. Up you go again onto that right hand. Lock in through that right arm. Keep that elbow soft though. Don't pinch that elbow. 1 more. Excellent. Okay. The full one or another dose of what you just did. So I've got my left leg bent up, front of my right foot, right hand way out away because I want to finish with my right shoulder over my right hand like that. Excellent. And down. 3 of them. Twist on the last one twice. Beautiful. 1 more. Up you go. Let's twist, get in under. Back up through. 1 more. Back up through. Now wait. Drop onto your 2 hands. Straight arm plank position. Let's slowly mount and climb 20 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And child pose. And stretch. Shake out the wrists. All right. I'll go back into a little bit of an easier one, right? So from here, I'm going to do a Superman. So I'm going to do left arm, right leg extended. Take it back in. Right arm, left leg. So we'll just do a couple of those because we're going to bring the band into play. Literally to play. Left side once and right side once. Brilliant. Okay, grab your band, holding it in 2 hands, wrap it round your left foot. So I just have it on my left foot. I bring one piece of the band through the middle of my legs, in my right hand, and then the other piece of the band is in my left hand around the outside of my left leg. All right, so I got the band around my left leg, my left foot, and I'm pinning it with my hands onto the mat. Got it? Got it. From here, I'm just going to do a nice little leg press and back in again. So I want to keep the weight through the left hand as I'm leg pressing that band away through the left foot. Got it? Keep that back nice and flat. Draw that belly button in. Lovely. One more. Hold the leg out. Lower the straight leg. Lift the straight leg 5 times. Keep it steady. Four. And 5. And take that in. Brilliant. Now, safely, so you don't get the band flicking you in the back of the leg, swap your legs out. So now I've got my right foot in that band now. Okay, I'll give you a sec. So from here, same idea, just extend that right leg back, take it in, keep that weight on that right side, don't shift over to the left too much now, come on. So 2 more of these leg presses. Good stuff. Now hold that right leg straight. Let's lift and lower it 5 times. Keep everything solid. One more. Excellent. And bring that in. You can kind of release the band a little bit. Good stuff. Okay. So, similar version for the arms. So you can have the band around the back of whichever leg, it doesn't matter. But I'm still going to hold on to the band in 2 arms. Alright? So I have the band around the back of my right knee. And I'm just going to have the hands to the front. And I'm just going to bring the right arm up to my ear against the resistance of the band. And then I'm going to do the same with the left arm. Okay, so I'm alternating left and right. Again, like as if I'm doing my Supermans. But the band is pinned behind my right leg. Excellent stuff. Keep that tummy tight. Try and see how high you can bring that shoulder or arm up towards the ear. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. And then you can remove that band altogether. And we're going to go back and do Supermans again and wait till you feel how light your arms and legs are. They're going to take off because there's no band and no resistance. And you get much more control. Keep that core engaged. Arms and legs are as light as a feather. You nearly have to think about what you're doing so they don't flail everywhere. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent stuff. Shake out those wrists. So that will really keep those shoulders healthy. Okay, so we'll do some mermaids now if you don't mind, please. So I've got my legs out to my right side. Staying up as tall as I feel I can go. From here, I'm just going to bring my 2 arms over to my left. Breathe in and take them back to the right. Very nice. Over and back you go. Depends on how good the hips are. Don't worry, just keep moving. One more. Lovely stuff. I'm going to stay in the center now and I'm going to hinge forward and back. You can slide those hands through to the floor if you want. You need that little bit of support, that's no problem. And one more. Excellent job. Let's swing those feet to the other side. So now I've got my feet out to the left. I'm up tall, as tall as I can go. And over to my right. Take it back and down. And one more. I'm never as good going to my left on this one. And then I'm going to pause in the middle and hinge forwards and backwards. And one more for good measure. Excellent job. Okay, let's lie onto our front. Bit more shoulder work. Today is all a little bit more upper body stuff. Okay, so from here I'm going to rest my forehead onto my hands. And what I want to do here, I'm going to press my hands down into the floor and I'm just going to lift head and shoulders away from the mat. I'm going to keep the elbows on the mat first. So I just want 5. Breathe in, exhale, draw the belly button in, keep those shoulders tucked back and down, and you just keep your chin tucked in, looking down at your hands as you're coming up and down, getting that chest away from the floor. Now, if you think you can, I want you to keep the hands together, push down, but as you come up, lift the elbows, and back down, okay? So my hands are still on top of each other. Breathe in, exhale, press up, and back down. Do 2 more. Keep those shoulders down now. So I'm lifting my elbows, basically. Same exercise as before, but I'm lifting the elbows and everything's coming that bit higher. Perfect. Now I'm going to bring those arms out to my side. So again, I'm going to come up onto my elbows and back down, okay? Breathe in, exhale, press through, shoulders stay tucked back and down. Give me 5 of these. Chin tucked in, draw that belly button in, lift. Excellent. Now I want 5 where we come all the way up, elbows off the floor, shoulders tucked back and down, nice back extension, and back through. Breathe in, exhale, press. Breathe in, exhale, press. And one more. Now hold that position, have a little look over your left shoulder, twist. Have a little look over your right shoulder, so we're just twisting through that upper back. If it's tight, it might be sore. So just do what you want. And release back down. Then I'm going to press up off the floor, pop back into child pose for a sec, flex through that back after that extension work, and breathe. Good. And then we're going to finish with a few little push-ups. Okay, so the ones that we do, so you have 2 choices. You can just stay in that tabletop position like so and just do a push-up up and down. Or to make them a bit trickier, the ones I'm going to do is you're going to kick back with the left leg as you come down, and then you kick back with the right leg as you come down, okay? If you're doing that one, make sure you come forward past your fingertips to kick through. So you're bringing your weight forward over your hands and push back up. All right, so let's do 10 of them, 5 on each leg, or if you're not doing your leg bit, just do 8 to 10 reps. This is the last exercise, come on. Last tough one. So 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Good stuff. So there was a lot more upper body and arm work in that today. Okay, so just a little cool down. So I'm going to go back on my hands and knees. So I'm just going to do some little threading the needle. So we're going to get in underneath the right arm. And I'm going to rest on my left shoulder, stretch away. Then I'm going to take a breath in And bring the left arm up to the ceiling and twist if you can. Hopefully you can get a good way around. Get back underneath that right arm. And then back up to the ceiling. And then we'll change sides. Right hand drops in under left arm. Rest on that right shoulder and stretch it. Wow, it's nice. And come back up to the ceiling. And back through. And up again. Lovely. And then this time we're going to just stretch through the shoulders a bit more. So I'm going to stay up on my knees, but bring my hands forward almost like a child pose, but I'm keeping my hips high. And I just drop down, bringing that chest to the floor, but it doesn't quite hit the floor, so you can feel your lats and your shoulders stretch out. Good stuff. Then I'm going to sit back onto those heels into child pose. And then I'm going to walk those hands back to my feet. So as I'm upstanding. Well done everyone. I'm just going to shake that out. And then kick out through the legs. So from here, nice and relaxed, no tension anywhere. Take a breath in and chin to chest, down we go. Hang out down here. Take a breath in and just push through the feet, stack up through the spine. Shoulders back, chin tucked in. And again, take a breath in, down you go. So when you're down here, just pivot to the left. Pivot to the right, back to the middle, and stack up through the spine, all the way up, shoulders back, chin tucked in. And we're done. Thank you very much. Well done, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed that.